guys, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy X. Last time, we spoke with Maester Micah, who pretty much decided he was out. And he just basically ended his own life. I kind of talked about that whole situation there last time. People that are dead can apparently just do that and decide they don't want to be here anymore, and then they're dead. I don't really get it either, but... Anyway, at this point, the first stop we want to make is back at Mount Gagazet. The reason for this is there's some storyline we can do here, but there's also a little side quest that we need to finish up.
Shall I tell you about the Spira of days long past, eh?
Yeah, buddy!
There is a legend, you know. Just before the horrible sin appeared, a terrible war raged between Bavel and Zanarkand. When the armies of Bavel attacked Mount Gagazet, they heard a song echoing across the snowy slopes. "'Tis a song from an other world," they said. Soldiers panicked and ran. And then, as if to pursue the retreating armies, sin appeared. Sometime later, scouts from Bavel braved the mountain. On the other side, they witnessed the ruins that had been Zanarkand. The city destroyed, not a single soul left standing, gone. In its place, a multitude of the faith had gathered on Gagazet. They were singing a song. It's the song we now call the Hymn of the Faith. And that, as they say, is that.
It's not quite that.
Maybe not all of it.
Yeah, he's got a whole whack ton of lines here.
Would you like to hear the rest?
Yeah. Let's continue.
Rumors flew in Bavel about Sin's sudden appearance. They said that the people of Zanarkand became the faith that they had called Sin, and that the man responsible was none other than the summoner Yevon, ruler of Zanarkand.
Yevon.
The Lord Father of Lady Yunalesca.
Complicated, isn't it?
On the eve of Zanarkand's destruction, Lady Yunalesca had fled to safety with her husband, Zaon. Later, the two used the final summoning to defeat Sin. Yet the people of Bavel still feared Yevon. It was to quell his wrath that they revered him and first spread his teachings.
Oh!
And so were born the temples of Yevon. I suppose it's possible Yunalesca had planned it that way from the start. A fair trade. She defeats Sin in exchange for her Lord Father's honor. Of course, there's no proof. No, the facts are lost in the mists of time. And who'd admit Yevon was an enemy of Bavel? You can bet the temples had a hand in covering that one up. And that, as they say, is that.
Though it shouldn't be.
Like to hear more, would you?
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you about the Hymn of the Faith. It was once a Zanarkand song, sung in defiance of Bavel. Of course, the Yevon clergy of Bavel forbade it. Then, as these things often go, those who disliked Yevon began to sing it. The Al-Bed, for instance. The Hymn of the Faith became the symbol of defiance against Yevon. Yevon could do nothing but capitulate. They lifted the ban on the song and spread a new story. They said the hymn was a song sung to soothe the souls of the dead. And so saying, they took the song and made it scripture. That's why today, the hymn is sung all over Spira. You could say that though Zanarkand is gone from this world, it lives on in the song. But look at the time. I've rambled on again. I do love stories, you see. Well, I owe you my gratitude for hearing this old scholar out.
It's not all that surprising that that would happen either, because that happens a lot. In fact, I think the December the 25th, as, you know, Jesus' birthday, Christmas, that was originally taken from, I believe, either a pagan festival or something that a lot of people had already believed in during the Roman empire at the time, and in order to adapt to, bringing Christianity in, they needed to appease a lot of the people who really didn't want to move over because they already liked their festivals. There's lots of information out about that kind of stuff if you're interested in looking it up, but anyway.
Like to hear about this place once more?
No, I think we've heard more than enough there, but
suit yourself.
It's nice that they give us that background on how things have literally been flipped from where they had once been, and the manipulation behind the scenes of the Church of Yevon and all that kind of stuff. This Ronso is the shop if you want to buy stuff from him. He's got some new stuff. Actually, we'll go show off what new stuff he has. I don't think he has anything that I want, but... a Mage Masher with Silent Strike and Zombie Touch. Okay, everybody's got the same thing. And then Berserk Ward and Confuse Ward or Curse Proof. There's a lot of unique accessories around here. Is there anything with Stone Proof? No. Then I don't need any of it. Fine. A lot of the items at this point are getting really expensive though. Alright, so this is what I was talking about before when we were at the top of Gagazet there. You can go from here to near the Zanarkand ruins. And then if you back up a little bit, you can go like this. I believe that's the one we want to go to. That leads us to the dome area. And then this one... if we go like that, we can head all the way inside, which is very nice. Now, if you spoke to Donna and you chose one way, she'll be here now.
What good is this place? All that trouble getting here only to find ruins.
Well, a lot's happened. You should know. There's no more final summoning.
What do you mean?
Hey, we've got a plan, okay?
And this plan's going to work?
It has to.
Pretty much.
So, you're saying it's all in your hands now? Fine. You do what you like, however you like. I'll just wait my turn. Well, it doesn't matter who does the deed, but are you sure you're up to it?
You just watch. We'll get Sin.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sure you will. But hello, shall we?
If you answered the other option to her when she was on the airship there, she'll instead be in Jose around this point in the plot, and you can go talk to her there. And she says that her and Bartello are going to his homeland. Save here. So there's that option too if you're interested in that. We'll save over a new file there, head in here. Now we can do this little quest here. And I forgot to get out my book. This one, you can kind of see on the ground there. That one. That one. I think that's all these, right? Yeah, that's all the ones there. Now we have to get all of them, even the ones over here. I want to grab my guide. Give me one sec. Okay, I got it there. So this one should be next. And then this one. And there should be two more. Nope. That's just going to cause the elevator to come up. That's fine. You just get too close to it and it wants to do that. It's kind of annoying, but oh well. I wish it would just instantly just be there, because that would make my life easier. Should be this one, and one more. This one. And that should be all of them. And we get more Chrono Cross flashbacks. The music that was created out of that kind of stuff in Chrono Cross, better in my opinion. But anyway, now that we've got that, we have the Destruction Sphere. And now we can go put it in. Now you're supposed to put it in the right side, I think. Does it matter which side you put it in? I have no idea why it matters. Oh well, whatever. Alright, and with that, we get something... Game. Thank you. The last thing we need for the quest there. And it's kind of useless now that we get it. Let's take a look here. Half MP cost. I already have 1 MP cost. Thank you very much, but I think I'll pass. Now, don't go down there. It'll lead to game over. Don't go down there. You think you can go down 1, but if you go much further, it's game over. So, anyway, now we can get back on the airship. All right. Now, before I do anything else, let's take a quick look at what kind of gear I have here. Nothing particularly useful for you. Titus, I believe I had something with Stone Ward. Excellent. Riku, do I have one for you? I don't have one for you. I'm going to go take a look at the shop lists and see if there's anything with some Stone Ward that's decently cheap that I can pick up before moving forward. And I will see you in a moment. Okay, never mind. I was also looking up how many soft potions it's going to take to customize Stone Ward, and it's cheaper to just buy a whole bunch of them from this guy.
Lady Yuna has become quite the summoner. A gentle nature, yet strong as steel.
So the Ronso have said.
She reminds me of her parents.
Yuna's old man was a priest of Yevon, but he married an Albad, huh?
Lord Braska wanted peace between his people and ours. He would occasionally visit the home of those days.
So that's how he met Sid's sister?
They ran off together, into the night.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds like love.
Don't be a turd.
Wow, Sid must have been furious.
Yes, he wouldn't talk to her after that.
Sounds
But
like Sid.
when Yuna was born, they made up again.
Nice.
His sister took off for home at once. But then her ship.
Sin.
Oh.
That incident turned Lord Braska down the summoner's path.
Everything leads back to Sin.
But you'll put an end to it.
With a vengeance.
There we go.
I pray for your success.
I'd forgotten about that line.
May I help you?
You should have some new weapons at this point, too. Generic ones with strength plus 10 and HP plus 10. Most of it's too expensive. I'm not going to worry about it.
Welcome.
Alright, so items. Grab a whole bunch of these. I need 60 of them, so make sure I have some left. That's cheaper than going to buy the armor that would be required to that already had Stone Ward on it. And I think you only need Stone Ward upcoming, so let's do some quick little bit of customizing. I'm getting myself all confused here. I think I just gave it to the wrong person. Stone Ward, put it on the arm guard, and then we should be able to put one on the Targe here. And now I gotta go buy 30 more softs, so because I don't have any right now. But yeah, you want to make sure that you have some stone protection before you move forward. Some people I've seen get away with it. They got hit even though it's supposed to turn them to stone, and then it doesn't. And I look at that and I just get pissed off because I get hit every single time with pretty much the same thing. About 30 of everything.
Thank you.
Good enough. Okay, now I'm gonna do this basically a little bit off screen, and I'm just gonna show you anytime I find something.
Final show.
Shut up. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to search. Now there are, let's see here, 6 of them, I believe, 6 different coordinates that you can get by running around, and it's gonna take me forever to find it on screen. So Baj Temple is located right around here. The Cenubius Sands are located right about here. The Besaid Falls are located about here. The Mihen Ruins are located about here. The battle site is located about here. And the optional dungeon, the Omega Ruins, are located about here. basically how this works is you move around, you press the X button randomly at spots, or you can look on a list that gives you the approximate X and Y coordinates. The Z coordinates is just the height, so higher on the mountains and less on the ocean, which should all be around 0 because of sea level, but okay, whatever. Yeah, so that's how that works. Input, as we kind of went before, there are a number of things that you can look at throughout Spira, like little pieces of dialogue written in Elbed at different spots, and they'll give you all of these passwords. I'm not going to show you where to find all this information. It's all in capitals. But basically, I'm just going to give you the 3 passwords that you can get. One is God Hand. The next one is, let's see if I can actually spell this properly. Victorious. Reminds me of glorious. I'm really bad at spelling, apparently. And this is true for real life, too. I cannot spell a damn thing. Thank God for spell check. Otherwise, I never would have been able to, get through anything in university. And the final one is Murasame. Or Murasame, depending on how you want to pronounce it. God, this is slow. Why can't I just hold the button and go real fast? There we go. And so what that does is it puts a whole bunch of new options onto our thing here. We still don't want to go to Sin, but going to any of these other locations will get us some interesting stuff. So let's start with Besaid Ruins 1. Here we go! Now, these don't all line up with what they said before, and I think this one is actually, there's 2 of them here in Besaid that we got from only doing 1 game. I hate this. Hate the stupid... Can I... Let me move! Game? Let me on top of shit. Thank you. Hate trying to get this one. This is the Victorious. Let me get back to the save point. Or the airship again. And basically, we're just going to get all these. Usually, what they do is they lead to, you know, a one-off item or something like that. So we'll go to Besaid Ruins 2. We could have seen both of these from different points where we were before, when we actually ran through the area. That's the Murasame. Okay, board the airship again.
The final show.
No showdown with Shin. We've got more important things to do than fight bosses right now. Besaid Falls. This goes down here. This treasure chest that's been bugging us all game long. A Dragoon Lance, which we don't really need at this point, but would have been nice to have way earlier in the game.
The final showdown.
Alright, come on. Shut up already. And let's see. Go to the Mihen Ruins. Just pick up a whole bunch of this stuff for now. You can barely see Titus, but he is on the platform over there. That's why when we were here, I said to kind of note that there was a save point there. Most of these items, not all that useful. Some of them will be if you haven't done any item customization. You don't really understand how the system works. It'll be nice to have access to these things, but if you do have access to and know how to do all this, then it's really not all that difficult to have something that's already better. Let's go to Mushroom Rock. Oh, that's faster than trying to go equip things. But this one is the God Hand. So we go over here and we'll grab this. Again, you need the Celestial Mirror in order to get this one. So make sure you have that before you come down here. And what did we get for Riku there? She's twitching. Somebody help her. She's twitching. We get the God Hand, which is her celestial weapon. And what else? There's a couple more that we can pick up, and then we'll lead it or end it off by heading toward Heading toward the Baj Temple, since that's our next destination.
The final show.
No showdowns. It gets really irritating listening to him to say that over and over and over and over and over and over and over again while you're trying to do things. In fact, a lot of the kind of the post game, which is basically what this kind of stuff is and all this kind of stuff, can really be done with the game on mute. You're going back to areas you've already been to before, doing things that don't particularly matter to the plot, and people aren't really saying a whole whack ton of important stuff.
The final show.
But they do talk a lot. Alright, let's see. We got the Snoopia Sands. We're going to leave the Omega Ruins for now. That's an optional dungeon that we can do later. And the Asylon. And we're going to board the airship. And then we're going to head to the Baj Temple.
The
and
final showdown.
we'll finish off there, and I'll go over the items that we just picked up here. Baj Temple. And yes, this is the area we were at the very beginning of the game. So anyway, let's take a quick look at items, equipment, all the way down to the bottom here. Alright, so let's see. The Victorious, we got proof for everything except for water, which we can throw on there and have her nullify all elemental damage. The Murasame has piercing 1 MP cost for Orin, which is very nice, especially if you get full break. We got the Dragoon Lance for Kamari, which has magic counter and invade counter, so he'll counter pretty much any action against him. That's cool. Sonar, which is basically useless. Initiative and Poison Strike. Meh. God Hand, which is her ultimate weapon. The Phantom Mangle, which has 3 elemental absorptions on it, so that's very nice. And the Asylon has double AP, which I don't have any use for. I will be selling a whole whack ton of excess equipment before too long. Before we call her for the day, let's just take a look at Waka there. Do you have any multiple elemental weapons? You do not. Okay. Then just pick any one. Sure, why not? Just give him some kind of... No. There's the soft one. There we go. Some type of elemental weapon. Let's see. Titus, you'll want to give him his Tri-Steel and something with Stone Ward. And Riku, something with Stone Ward. And sure, she can have that one. I don't really have anything better for her at the moment anyways. So, anyway. That's pretty much all you need going forward. But I would recommend that you pick that stuff up, or at least try and customize it before you head here. It'll make your life a little easier. But that's all the time we have for today. Next time, we will be continuing the side quest that's here. Then, what do I got on my list here? Let's see. We can go talk to some people and probably head back to the monster arena for a little bit. And yeah, that's all for this one. And I'll see you guys next time.